Hello, in today's practice, I'm going to be leading you through a couple of rounds of sun salutation. So these are perfect, just gentle flows that we can work through to warm up all areas of the body, get the heart rate up a little bit. It's perfect first thing in the morning or maybe just to break up your day. So we're just going to begin in a easy seat. So either hips to heels or sit in a cross-leg position just to take a couple of breaths to land. And I invite you to close the eyes or just take a soft gaze out in front of you, and we'll go ahead and jump in. So taking a moment to just find that initial connection to the breath. So noticing how you have arrived today, noticing how you feel in the body or what's going on beneath the layers. Noticing if you can just press pause on whatever may be bothering you, whatever may have happened before stepping onto the mat, whatever expectations you may have for later. Can you just allow yourself to arrive in this present moment? Allowing yourself to be present with your breath, your mind, and your body. And we'll just take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it go out of the mouth. And when you're ready, gently flutter the eyes open and rock over, come into your downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under, lift the hips up and back. First one of the practice, so feel free to find some movement, just pedaling out the legs, bending into each knee, maybe rising onto the toes. And then settling into stillness, finding as much length as you can in the spine, pressing it down towards the belly, bending the knees as much as you need to here. And we'll just take another breath in. As you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. So arriving at the top of the mat, landing in a ragdoll. So feet about hip distance apart. Grab hold of opposite elbows and just sway side to side. Allowing the upper body to hang heavy. Maybe shaking the head yes and no. And we'll just take another breath here. Before releasing your bind and rolling up one vertebrae at a time all the way to stand, take a big shoulder roll at the top as you land in your mountain or Tadasana pose. You can heel toe the feet in a little closer. And on your next inhale, we'll sweep both hands high to the sky, gazing up to the fingertips. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back, hands to shins. Exhale and fold. We'll plant the hands and step the right foot back. Coming into a low lunge, so soften the knee down. Inhale, both hands go high. And just take a moment to land here. Really lengthen through the spine, fingertips lifting high. Drawing the navel in towards the spine as you exhale. Inhale, one more here. Maybe find a little bit of space in the heart. Exhale, release the hands down to frame the foot. Step back to plank pose. So coming into a high push-up position, shoulders over your wrist. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin down to the mat. Cobra Pose, scoop your heart forward. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose as we send it back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Next, inhale, right heel sweeps high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Soften the left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Both hands go high. Again, take a moment to land on this first one. Really fill it out. Turning the pinky fingers in to pull the shoulders away from the ears. We'll take another breath in. Maybe find a little bit of opening in the heart. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes under, step the feet together at the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at your hips. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold. Planting the hands, left foot steps back. Low lunge, soften the knee down. Inhale, both hands go high. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to your plank pose. Knees, chest, and chin all the way down to the mat. Cobra Pose, scoop your heart forward, inhale. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, left heel goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Soften the right knee down. Inhale, both hands go high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step feet together at the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands together and down to heart. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, hands lift high. Exhale, fold forward, pour it out. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands, step back to plank pose, 1 foot at a time. Option to lower knees, chest, and chin, or find your chaturanga, lower halfway. Cobra or upward dog. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise high onto the toes, hop, step, or jump, feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, pour it out. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold, step back to plank pose. Lower down, move through your vinyasa. Cobra or upward dog, and hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, high onto the toes, hop, step, or jump, feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, gaze up. Hands together and down to heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Next, inhale, find your chair pose, Utkatasana. So sinking the hips low, hands go high. Let's just take a moment to fill this one out. So new shape. Lower the hips a little bit more. See if you can tuck the tailbone under and then open through the heart here. Let's take another breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold. Step back to plank pose. Optional vinyasa, you can always skip them and find downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, right heel goes high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one. Root the left foot down, 45-degree angle, and inhale, both hands go high. So you're pulling that left hip to the top of the mat, bending deeply into the right knee, and person firmly through the outer edge of that left foot. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back in vinyasa. Maybe the right foot hovers as you chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, left heel goes high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one. Root down and rise. Finding your foundation, making any adjustments you need. Relaxing the shoulders and pulling the navel in towards the spine. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back and vinyasa. Again, maybe the left foot hovers as you chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, high onto the toes, hop, step, or jump, feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, gaze up. Hands together and down to heart. One more round, so breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, chair pose, sink the hips, arms go high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold, step or jump back, chaturanga. We move into our flow. You can always skip it if needed. Downward facing dog. Soon as you get there, right foot sweeps high. Warrior one, step it forward, root and rise. We inhale and exhale. Inhale for space. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back and vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior one, root and rise. Take one breath when you land. Next exhale, hands to the mat, step back, and vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths here so you can stay in down dog or drop to child's pose. Just take a couple of breaths to feel, to breathe, to notice. And when you're ready, soften the knees to the mat. Child's pose, hips to heels is where we'll all meet. Activating your child's, lifting up through the elbows. Walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Maybe the left hand comes on top. Inhale, hands right back through center. Take it over to the other side. And inhale, hands right back through middle. We'll gently walk the hands in, returning to your comfortable seat. So maybe it's that cross-legged position. And just taking a couple of breaths here to notice the heart, recenter, recalibrate, rebalance. So I invite you to close the eyes and maybe bring the hands, palms down on the knees, or maybe you face them up. And just allowing your body to feel, to notice. Sun salutations can be energizing, can be uplifting, can be warming. So just notice if you are experiencing any of that. They can also be challenging, so notice if you found it a little bit challenging today. And we'll just take another moment here just to breathe. Allow the heart rate to slow down. Return to this moment. And on your next inhale, we'll sweep both hands high overhead. Press the palms together and exhale them down to your heart center, sealing in this practice. Namaste.